And welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. And today is Saturday, June 29th, 2024. And this is Assault on America 2. Because you remember when I told you about the assault on America back in February. And you remember this little clown right here, okay? He was just flipping people off, right? Kind of no big deal. The country, all right, so what? He beat up a cop. Well, in a mere 4 or 5 months, folks, times have changed. I've been warning you. I've been telling you what's coming. And this is a serious issue. And you're fixing to find out what the hell's really going on. Because when I told you that I verified, 100% bona fide, I verified from somebody who's reliable, a totally reliable source from Venezuela, holds a degree here, my prostodontist, and still has family in Venezuela, and verified question. Did President Maduro empty his prisons, jails, and mental institutions and send them all to the United States? Oh, yes, Tarvin. So there you go. I verified it, and it's happening. And here you go. And this is the just desserts of the Biden open border policy. And it goes with every Democrat, okay? If you're a Democrat, you're a registered Democrat, you are for open border policies. Otherwise, you'd be protesting right now against open border policies. Absolutely. So let's go dive in. I'm going to show you what this is all about because this is freaking scary, folks. Listen, I've lived with these kind of people for a long time. So I know what they're all about. I know what they're capable of, and I'm going to show you what they're capable of. Jack this up. You do see that, right? Illegal immigrant accused of shooting New York Police Department cops is indicted on 20 charges. Queens, New York, this past Wednesday.
Illegal immigrant charged with shooting two NYPD officers at point-blank range is indicted on 20 charges. And prosecutors say he's admitted to being in a Venezuelan gang and that Tren de Aragua members are smuggling firearms into city shelters in food delivery packages. That way they don't have to go through the metal detectors. Joining us now is Joseph Humire, Executive Director of the Center for a Secure Free Society and a visiting fellow at the Heritage Foundation. Joseph, it's great to have you on today. Tell us what the American people should know about Tren de Aragua.
So Tren de Aragua was basically a prison gang that was in Venezuela that around 2017 started to spill all over South America, and they terrorized many countries. Exactly what they just did in New York, they did in Chile, they did in Peru, they did in Colombia. They actually became known for attacking and killing police officers. It's something that they kind of like a badge of honor for many of their members. But then in 2020, 2021, they began to move north, and that's when the push came to the U.S. southern border. One of the things that I think is important to understand about the Tren de Aragua is the reason that they have a lot of so much impetus to do these kind of very aggressive maneuvers is because in Venezuela, they've always had some kind of indirect support from the Venezuelan regime. So it's, to me, very, very clear to be able to say that they are not only a transnational criminal organization, perhaps the fastest growing one in the world, but they're also potentially a state-sponsored transnational criminal organization that gives them the sort of impetus to do these kind of bracious violence acts like attack police officers. And that's coming here to the cities of the United States.
So you said they started moving north around 2021. Obviously, that's when Joe Biden took office. So our border was open. They were able to make their way up. I've always wondered this, and we've talked about this on the show before. I mean, Donald Trump talked about the prisons being opened in Venezuela in particular, and then being emptied and these gang members coming out. Our intel had to know that that was happening, correct?
Yes, I mean when President Trump said that, yeah, oftentimes, like many times before, the media ridiculed him. They said that that's not true, that's an exaggeration. They looked at it like a conspiracy theory. But if you had been paying attention to Venezuela, like I do, like my center does, it was obvious. The prisoners have been controlling the Venezuelan prisons since about 2009. They actually gave over the prisons to the prisoners in a system where the prisoners are the wardens. It's called pranatos. And so that whole system collapsed, and basically all the prisoners started fleeing out of the country, much like many Venezuelans, and then they started to push north. And so that information was obviously available to the U.S. intelligence services. Our partner intelligence nations, intelligence services and other partner nations also had this information, but the U.S. either did nothing about it, choose to ignore it, or just wasn't prepared for that kind of onslaught that's happened into the border.
So what should we know about, and really quick, I don't have a lot of time, but I want people to understand, how is this gang different from any other gang? In other words, are we prepared as Americans for what kind of havoc this criminal gang, the Tren de Aragua, could wreak on America and
No,
citizens?
you know why? You know what makes them different, and what makes it different is there's the potential to have support from the Venezuelan government. We heard of Hezbollah, for example, as a terrorist group that has state sponsorship from Iran. Everyone knows that, and that makes Hezbollah so much more powerful than a lot of other Islamist terrorist groups. Well, the Tren de Aragua is like the Hezbollah for transnational organized crime because they have state sponsorship from the Venezuelan regime.
Yeah, and they're incredibly violent and vicious. Joseph Humire, thank you for joining us. Always informative. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rachel. Yeah.
You got it.
Remember when you kind of got a little
Last night, history changed as soon as two men walked onto a stage. Welcome, the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden. And please welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump.
There we go.
Illegal immigrants.
Sorry about that. 86 out of there a little too early, but remember when, we were all just looking at this going, oh yeah, okay, man, we're in trouble. They're flipping us off. They're flipping our cops off. They're beating our cops up. Well, I told you, they have absolutely, here, look at me, okay? Look me in the eye when I tell you this. They have absolutely nothing to lose. They don't value their freedom because they're from prisons. That's what their society is. It's a prison gang. It's a prison structure. Prison is home. Okay? The hunting range, the deer lease is society. That's where they go to hunt. And when they're done hunting, go back home to prison. These people are going to kill you. They're going to rape you. I'm telling you, they have no fear. They don't fear prison. They don't fear cops. They're shooting cops point blank, folks. Point blank. I told you, this is an assault on America. If you people, y'all just want to keep being complacent and not raising hell about this, because trust me, there's about 10,000 of these clowns in the United States of America. Vicious, killer Venezuelan gang members. Absolutely. About 10,000 of them. Count on it. And that's just Venezuela. That's not China, not India, Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia. Let's get over to some of them African countries where, hey, they ain't got no qualms about whipping out a machete and cutting a person up. A machete. So those aren't hard to find. You can pick one up $20 down at Harbor Freight. Boom. What are we going to do? Ban machetes? I warned you folks what's going on, and y'all ain't paying attention. Y'all are getting ready to pay attention. You know why? Because you're going to see more and more and more and more and more of things happening that are appalling. Appalling. It's man, YouTube is just dragging ass today. Man. What's up, Sash? And I'm going to do a video about this. Okay. And check this out. Whoa. DFW area, I believe. Boom. One day ago. Bum, bum, bum. Would y'all like to listen to this? Here. This is North Dallas. I mean, yeah.
Love what you find.
Ain't doing that. We don't do commercials around here. Come on, man. Here we go.
At an Irving restaurant yesterday has been identified to police by his wife. Hello, I'm Steve Eager. Ovid Bernardo Mendoza is accused of murdering two people, Patricia Portillo and an unnamed man at a Chick-fil-A yesterday afternoon. They were employees, and so was his wife. Police haven't shared why they think he did it. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is live with the latest. Alex.
Hey, Stephen, at this point, we still have a lot of unanswered questions. Irving police declined any additional on-camera interviews today, saying they really want to let the detectives work this case at the moment. We know that the suspect's wife, as you mentioned, worked at that Chick-fil-A, as did the two people who were killed inside. One of them has been identified. A small memorial is beginning to flourish outside this Chick-fil-A located off MacArthur Boulevard in Irving, where police say 37-year-old Ovid Bernardo Mendoza Agueta fatally shot two people inside the fast food restaurant Wednesday afternoon.
This is very, very sad news, and this is a nice and safe area.
Mohammed Raga, who lives in the area, stopped by to pay his respects, as did this trio, who brought several bunches of flowers and a picture of a woman smiling. Words written in Spanish translate to "for my girl." The group declined to identify the woman. According to an arrest affidavit, one of the victims is 49-year-old Patricia Portillo. A source tells Fox 4 News the other victim, not identified in the affidavit, is a male. In a statement to Fox 4 News, Chick-fil-A said in part, "We will miss our two team members dearly. Right now, our focus is on providing care for our team and the victims' families." Investigators have not released a possible motive for the double fatal shooting, but said yesterday, before Mendoza Argueta was located, that there was no threat to the public.
Our investigators have received information that lead them to believe this is a targeted incident and not a random act of violence.
That information appears to have come from the suspect's wife. The arrest report states Mendoza Argueta's wife is an employee at Chick-fil-A. She reportedly witnessed the shooting and identified her husband as the gunman. The report does not say if he knew the two victims or if they were his intended targets. Police also did not say how and where they were able to locate Mendoza Argueta, who fled the scene in this Honda and caught early Thursday morning. Back at the Chick-fil-A Thursday, the store remains closed as biohazard crews clean up the scene inside.
Whatever happened yesterday is very, very sad. Very, very sad.
And let's see. Because there was a report he was an illegal alien. Yeah. Oh no. That's the other one. Capital murder. Salvadores. Yeah. Sounds like he's a El Salvadorian. Let's check it out.
So today's the day.
Today's not the day. Yesterday was your day.
Underway right now in Irving as police look for the man who shot and killed 2 people at Chick-fil-A. The suspect's name is Oved Bernardo Mendoza Argueta.
Yeah, there has been a large police presence outside the restaurant on North MacArthur Boulevard all evening. Sydney Perstein joins us live now from the scene. Sydney, what new information have you learned?
Well, Chris, Izzy, as you both mentioned, police are still looking for but cannot find the man accused of shooting 2 people dead here at this Chick-fil-A this afternoon. Officers are being very clear they do not want you to attempt to speak to or stop their suspect, but they are asking everyone tonight to be on the lookout for him. He is 37 years old, as you mentioned, Oved Bernardo Mendoza Argueta, last seen driving a silver 1997 Honda 4-door. That's Texas license plate GVH 6205. Police started receiving 911 calls here at this Chick-fil-A just before 4 p.m. this afternoon. They will not tell us any specifics, though, about who was shot or why.
But anyway, you're going to see more and more of this. These violent gang members, they're going to get more and more violent, more and more aggressive as they try to take over more and more territory to commit more and more crimes. So what happens? Well, we arrest them, and then we guess what? We corrupt our jails and our prisons with more vermin from other countries. So we don't need to lock them up here. If we're going to lock them up here, let's just lock them up and execute them. Capital crimes. Anything less than a capital crime, we need to deport them back to their country of origin. Absolutely. And dump them right back in the middle of their society. I don't care if we got to kick them out of a plane in a parachute. Shouldn't have came. All I can say. Oh, yeah. Go enter one of these other countries and see what happens to you. Yeah, go enter Venezuela illegally and see what happens. See if you don't end up in their prison and become some bitch. Oh, and let me tell you about that, how that works, okay? Because you remember, the government surrendered the penal institutions to the gang members, and the gang members run it. I was in prison in Texas when that was a thing, when the inmates ran the prison system, when they had built-in tenders and turnkeys. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Texas prison building tenders, building tenders. They tend in the building. And turnkeys. Absolutely. So I've been there, been that, done that. So I know what it looks like. I know what it's capable of. So when I talk to you, I'm telling you from personal experience, folks. Get ready. Be prepared. You have loved ones out there who are in questionable jurisdictions, if you know what I mean. We're not going to say blue cities, but blue cities, blue states. I could name them all off, but we know what cesspools there are. You know, thank God Houston's not quite as bad as these other ones. Still bad. You'll see more corruption out of Houston, more convictions, public government officials. Anyway, I just wanted to cover this, man. This is the assault on America, folks. Y'all can thank the Biden administration, Alejandro Mayorkas, Antony Blinken. They're all in concert with this. Obama, Clinton, all of them. So like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below. I am The Fearless Floyd Show at yahoo.com and thefearlessfloydshow.com. I'm mainly over on Telegram. Come check me out. If you need a class, got them. Need a book, got them. Got all that for you. Let me whiz over here real quick. Just for those of you who don't know what the heck's going on, you're like, what's he talking about? I have this little website over here where I have these classes and books. I'm a book publisher, for those of you who don't know. And let me go to the stove. This is the stove. And these are the products. So I have this class coming up. Here's the P.O. Box classes. This one has been changed to July 2nd. Okay, this is postponed due to Jesse's having an issue. And then we have the Monday, July 1st module as well. Here's the PMA class on July 8th. You get this class, first 30 registrants, and I don't know how close we are yet. I haven't gone through the emails. $199, and you get this book free. There, you get $249 free for paying $199 for a class. So that's about $450 value for $199. That's over 50% off. You want the soft cover book? Here you go, $259. Both ebook, softcover book, autograph books, package deals, firm mailing book. You want to take a class on trust, deeds, mortgages, foreclosures, irrevocable, revocable, foreign, or VCR, which is the voucher coupon remittance class. And then there's every class without the books, consultations with Ann and myself, and some other items. So go check that out. Go to the home page for you guys. Here we go. If you want to email me, just click on this link right here, pop it right up for you. This will take you to the store to purchase these different items. And here's the class schedule. As you see, it has been rescheduled from June 28th to July 2nd, 2024. And here's the Monday night's class. All classes are 7 p.m. Central, unless otherwise stated. And here is the FOIA class on the 3rd, Wednesday, right before July 4th, 4-day weekend for everybody, 4 or 5-day weekend. $20 for that class. And here is Ann's ebook that you can go pick up. Here's her PMA class. All these are links. You can click on the picture. It'll take you to that. Same thing there, same thing there, same thing there, same thing there. And there you go. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will catch y'all next time. If I don't see you before 4th of July, y'all have a safe and happy 4th of July. You're going on vacation, come home, not on probation. Peace in the Middle East, and somebody come save the world. I'm waiting on you. Please hurry up.